Welcome back to the table and a little bit more board game news. You know what, Ryan? This whole competitive scene of board gaming seems to be ramping up lately.
Yeah, it definitely has.
Like, I was just at the World Series of Board Gaming, and on top of that, not too long after that, I mean, that was just a few weeks ago, and then this past weekend, there was a Dune Imperium
Secret.
Super
secret Dune Imperium.
Kind of like maybe invitation only. I don't know.
Oh no, it was definitely invitation only.
I might be speaking out of turn.
No.
We didn't know about it, but there was a Dune Imperium.
We were not invited. We were not on the invitation list.
It was a Dune Imperium Uprising tournament.
Yeah,
and not only do we have the game here, but we have the winner.
No, we don't.
On our YouTube feed, right over there on our computer.
Yeah, we're watching it.
No, we don't have MrBeast here on set. If we did, you'd be one of many, many millions of people maybe watching.
Look, MrBeast, if you're watching, come be on our channel.
Yeah, come be on our channel. We'd be happy to give you a little bit of that MVM bump for your channel. He's a small channel, I think.
There's a lot to unpack here with this, for me, personally, at a personal level. Number one.
I'll start unpacking.
I love that more and more so we're seeing celebrities just come out and be very honest about, like, hey, I'm a huge nerd. I love board games. I love role-playing games. We got people like Vin Diesel talking about his D&D character.
I mean, that's a little old.
But Vince Vaughn was at GaryCon this year playing Dungeons & Dragons, and now we have MrBeast coming out, maybe not the same level, but in some circles, maybe even a bigger celebrity.
I mean, kind of bigger.
Coming out and saying, like, yeah, I'm a huge Dune fan. So big that he's willing to host a super secret Dune Imperium Uprising tournament. Not even just regular Dune Imperium, but Uprising, the brand new version of Dune. And they had, this was a invitation only, like we said, but the invitation list was crazy. It was world champion Dune players.
Yeah, they had the champion,
from all over.
The North American champions from 2022 and 2023.
Yep.
They had the French champion from, I think, the most recent year. As well as a bunch of other people.
The designer Paul
Denon played in the tournament. By the way, lost. By the way, Paul, if you're watching, that's the right thing to do. If you're a designer and you enter a tournament, I saw the designer of Ark Nova play in the Ark Nova leg of the World Series of Board Gaming. He lost too, eventually. But I think he would have gone on. I think Mateus would have gone on to win it if he could have.
There was an Onslaught tournament not too long ago, and Nick lost. So it happens. We see designers lose their own games, but that's cool that Paul was able to get in there and play with people. MrBeast obviously being there and playing with people.
And not to bury the lead, MrBeast won. So here's the interesting thing.
Yeah.
MrBeast, I don't know that he hosted it. He co-hosted it.
I guess you could say co-hosted.
He definitely sponsored the thing with the money that was being given out. I think they gave out close to $20,000 total.
Yeah, it was something
He had a
like
big
that.
check for $10,000 that, I don't know, it's kind of awkward. You put the money up and then you're holding the check.
Yeah.
He gave, now, truth be told, he didn't keep his own money. He put it back on the table for basically the next Dune Imperium, like, invitational or something.
Yeah, he did that, which is a good thing. And I'll say this, like, I've been a fan of his, just the way that he handles himself and the way that he handles things like that. He wasn't out there like, he was like, yeah, it's cool. I really like Dune. I'm glad I won, but I'm not going to take the money.
He seems like a genuinely nice guy.
Well,
of course, we've never met him, but he seems like a really, really nice guy.
It seems like it. And this is cool. The other thing that's really cool here is, like, the idea that, like, okay, MrBeast, if you've never heard of him, a big YouTube celebrity, he does things like recreating Squid Games, which was, like, something that got him a lot of popularity.
He gives away a lot of money. He does a lot of cool things.
He's, like, paying somebody to live in a grocery store. Like, did you see that? Like, $10,000 a day or something.
That strikes me as a little odd, but yes, it's very unique and weird content that has someone being sort of the beneficiary of his generosity.
But if you see something like, if you see a headline where it's like MrBeast hosts secret gaming tournament, you're like, okay, yeah, like a secret poker game. No, Dune Imperium Uprising.
Yeah, and
that's wild.
That's kind of why we wanted to cover this, is because it is kind of cool, like Ryan was saying, just the fact that board games are becoming more and more mainstream every once in a while. And this is an example too. I mean, not only just because it's Uprising, but just Dune Imperium is a fairly recent game in the grand scheme of board games.
Uprising even more so.
The fact that a game like that is getting sort of that attention, a few years back, like Vin Diesel, like you said, D&D, both have been around for a while.
Sure.
Like I think Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell, big board gamers.
Big Catan players.
But Catan, a very typical thing. Yeah. Dune Imperium, as big as it is in our circles, is pretty obscure to the mainstream, I think. Until now.
Every single one of MrBeast's followers just went out and bought Dune Imperium.
Well, I don't know about that. That's a lot of followers. If they did, congratulations, Direwolf.
It is a lot of.
They are.
But this definitely does catapult games like this into a completely new pool.
Yeah.
Like completely new group of people. And also, I'm scared of what happens when MrBeast starts making board game content. We're all on it.
You know what? Don't even say that out loud. Don't even say that out loud. MrBeast, please leave us this small portion of the world. No, I do think it's a good thing that it's doing for competitive gaming, even though I'm not really a quote-unquote competitive gamer. Being at the World Series of Board Gaming the last couple of years has been fun, and it's been really cool to see that environment and all those competitors. And like I've said this before on the channel, all the people there, absolutely fantastic. I can only imagine that the vibes at this event were also very positive. No one's like being cutthroat and getting nasty with each other.
I watched Roy's video. Roy was there from the Dice Tower. He was on, so Roy made it on the list.
Yeah, Roy made it on the list. I think, to be honest, he probably snuck in.
Right. But it seemed like Roy was having a really, like, from his perspective, it seemed like it was very chill. Everybody was having a lot of fun. Everybody was, there just to love the game, and that's what you want from this kind of thing.
Yeah. So anyway, if you have any of your own thoughts on the fact that board games are becoming a little bit more mainstream in this sort of way, if you've never heard of MrBeast, because I'm sure there's a lot of our viewers are probably like, who's MrBeast?
I mean, you've seen he has like merchandise in grocery stores. You've probably seen his picture somewhere.
He's a pretty big deal. So if you haven't seen him, go check him out. But if you have any questions about Dune Imperium, well, you can ask us in the comments below, or you can stay tuned for some more content from us on this. We will probably be doing a video on this, digging into it very soon.
Or join our Discord and come talk about Dune Uprising. I can't promise that MrBeast will be in our Discord, but I also can't promise that he won't be.
I'm pretty sure he won't be. Anyway, until next time, make sure everyone has fun at the table, whether you're competing or not, and we'll see you then.